Following the results of Week 5, we have 0 remaining undefeated teams.
The last of the unbeatens has fallen in the NFL. The Bills have lost at home.
With 5 weeks in the books, let's dive into our Week 6 edition of the 2025 NFL Power Rankings.
Number 32, New York Jets. Last time's ranking, 31.
Defensive-minded coach Aaron Glenn inherited a stingy defense that is now allowing 31.4 points per game through 5 weeks. There is no excuse for the Jets' D to be this awful. Is it too late to wonder if the Jets might fire Glenn before November arrives?
Number 31, Cleveland Browns. Last time's ranking, 29.
The Browns showed remarkable improvement on both sides of the ball in London, but the defense failed to make one final stop as Carson Wentz sunk the underdogs with a game-winning TD to Jordan Addison in the waning seconds. Dylan Gabriel had 2 touchdowns and no turnovers in his first NFL start. At least some fight was shown following the QB change.
Number 30, New York Giants. Last time's ranking, 26.
Coming off the thrilling win over the Chargers in Jackson Dart's NFL debut, the Giants laid an egg in New Orleans. They turned the ball over 5 times and committed 8 penalties in a sloppy 26-14 loss to the Saints. In the first game without Malik Neighbors, nobody stepped up at wideout.
Number 29, Tennessee Titans. Last time's ranking, 32.
Thanks primarily to the Cardinals' plethora of self-inflicted mistakes, the Titans erased an 18-point deficit and stunned Arizona on a last-second field goal for their first win of the Cam Ward era. Finally.
Number 28, New Orleans Saints. Last time's ranking, 30.
Finally, Kellen Moore's resilient and pesky squad picked up the first W of 2025 with a crisp 26-14 victory over the visiting Giants. Their 1-4 record isn't anything to celebrate, but you can see how hard Moore's players are fighting for him.
Number 27, Miami Dolphins. Last time's ranking, 28.
I mean, what can we say? It's hard to win when your defense can't stop a nosebleed. The Panthers just gashed Miami for 239 rushing yards on 32 carries. That's going to be a recipe for a loss every time.
Number 26, Las Vegas Raiders. Last time's ranking, 24.
Well, so much for the Raiders taking a step forward this year. Incredible. A team that hired Pete Carroll and brought in Geno Smith and Ashton Jeanty has somehow gotten worse than last year's unwatchable group.
Number 25, Baltimore Ravens. Last time's ranking, 23.
Well, I think that's it for the 2025 Ravens. Facing a must-win against the visiting Texans, the Lamar Jackson-less Ravens looked like a physically and emotionally defeated football team. This D is currently on pace to break the 2024 Panthers record for points allowed in a season.
Number 24, Carolina Panthers. Last time's ranking, 27.
Young's Panthers did just enough to squeak by the visiting Dolphins, thanks largely to Rico Dowdle's 206 rushing yards and 1 TD. And hey, the Panthers have a real opportunity to get back to 500 with the Cowboys and their Swiss cheese defense coming to town on Sunday.
Number 23, Cincinnati Bengals. Last time's ranking, 22.
It seems that everybody except the Bengals organization realizes that there's a problem with this team. Losing Joe Burrow is an unfortunate break, but staying committed to Jake Browning is, well, it's just pure stupidity.
Number 22, Arizona Cardinals. Last time's ranking, 19.
Yeah, that 2-0 start was fun while it lasted, but giving up 19 unanswered points to a winless Titans team at home, brought on by Amari DeMarco's Deshaun Jackson moment? The Cardinals just keep finding new ways to lose.
Number 21, Houston Texans. Last time's ranking, 25.
Are the Texans, back? After a nightmare 0-3 start, they took care of business against hapless Titans and Ravens squads to get to 2-3. And just like that, D'Amico Ryan's squad is back in the playoff hunt.
Number 20, Atlanta Falcons. Last time's ranking, 18.
Teams don't usually like early bye weeks, but the 2-2 Falcons got an extra week to prepare for a formidable Buffalo Bills opponent. It's something that they ought to work to their advantage.
Number 19, Dallas Cowboys. Last time's ranking, 21.
The Cowboys had no problem against the New York Jets, with Dak Prescott putting on another offensive masterclass in a 37-22 shellacking of football's last winless club. Dak is somehow playing MVP caliber football without CeeDee Lamb.
Number 18, Chicago Bears. Last time's ranking, ranking 17.
The Bears got an early season bye week following consecutive wins. And that gives them extra time to prepare for the Washington Commanders in a Monday Night Football clash.
Number 17, Kansas City Chiefs. Last time's ranking 13. On paper, losing to a good Jaguars team on the road by 1 score isn't really cause for concern, but it just feels like something is missing this year. I mean, these Chiefs are now 0-3 in 1-score games. Number 16, Minnesota Vikings. Last time's ranking 17.
Wentz's feel-good story continued with a last-minute TD strike to Jordan Addison, moving Minnie back above 500 following a sloppy loss to Pittsburgh and Dublin. Minnie went 2-1 with their backup signal caller heading into their Week 6 bye. They gotta be happy with that.
Number 15, New England Patriots. Last time's ranking 20.
So, was that the Patriots' biggest win of the post-Tom Brady era? If that won't get more respect around the NFL, then I mean, hey, what will?
Number 14, Seattle Seahawks. Last time's ranking 10.
Seattle had their 4th win of 2025 in the bag and fumbled it. And remember their late-game meltdown to the 49ers in Week 1? They may be 3-2, but Sam Darnold has got to learn how to close it out when the game is on the line.
Number 13, Los Angeles Chargers. Last time's ranking 5.
Oh boy, is the shine ever coming off of Jim Harbaugh's group, and it's coming off quickly. The Bolts have now dropped consecutive games. The resurgence of Denver and Kansas City has also doubled the concern level in La La Land.
Number 12, Washington Commanders. Last time's ranking 14.
Jaden Daniels' return after a 2-week hiatus made Washington look like last year's Commanders. Even without Terry McLaurin, Washington moved the ball at will over LA's elite defense, including 163 rushing yards and 2 scores on the ground.
Number 11, Green Bay Packers. Last time's ranking 12.
It wasn't the most enjoyable bye week for the Packers. I mean, the Lions beat down the Bengals to move to 4-1, and the Vikings took care of business against Cleveland to close the gap with Matt LaFleur's group. Anyhow, the schedule still sets up favorably for the 2-1-1 Packers.
Number 10, Los Angeles Rams. Last time's ranking 4.
The Rams will be kicking themselves for losing at home to a short-handed 49ers team, especially when they had the game in their grasp. The Rams still look like a Super Bowl contender, but they should also be 5-0.
Number 9, Denver Broncos. Last time's ranking 16.
What an incredible comeback in Philadelphia to cement themselves as legitimate Super Bowl contenders. Oh yeah, and the Jets and Giants are their next 2 opponents. Kansas City, you have some real competition for your division this year.
Number 8, Pittsburgh Steelers. Last time's ranking 6.
Can't ask for a better bye week if you're a Steelers fan. All 3 of their division rivals lost, so it already feels like they'll have this AFC North wrapped up by the end of the month.
Number 7, Indianapolis Colts. Last time's ranking 8.
After a heartbreaking road loss to the Rams, the Colts got back to business and humiliated the Raiders 40-6. Daniel Jones had another fine day, but the game ball goes to Jonathan Taylor and his 3 rushing touchdowns.
Number 6, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Last time's ranking 7.
Baker Mayfield and the Bucs just keep finding ways. Facing a dangerous Seattle defense on the road in Week 5, Mayfield dropped 379 passing yards and 2 touchdowns in a 38-35 victory. Oh, and he didn't have Mike Evans or Bucky Irving for this one.
Number 5, San Francisco 49ers. Last time's ranking 11.
Kyle Shanahan for Coach of the Year, anyone? No Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings, or Ricky Pearsall? Hey, no problem. The Mac Jones-led 49ers offense put on a masterclass in an epic road win over the Rams to improve to 4-1 on the year.
Number 4, Jacksonville Jaguars. Last time's ranking 9.
Oh yeah, the Jaguars are for real, folks. On national television, Trevor Lawrence outdueled Patrick Mahomes and led the Jags to a statement win over the powerhouse Chiefs. And again, we still haven't seen Brian Thomas Jr. or Travis Hunter come around in the passing game.
Number 3, Buffalo Bills. Last time's ranking 2.
The tables turned for at least one night. Allen and the Bills never got into a rhythm in a stunning 23-20 loss. Sloppy losses happen. Get it out of your stomach now and just don't play this poorly again when the postseason rolls around.
Number 2, Philadelphia Eagles. Last time's ranking 1.
There were a lot of unhappy fans in Philadelphia after their stunning home loss to the Broncos. But honestly, we don't really see a reason to freak out, like at all. Look, you have to eventually lose after winning 4 straight one-score games. And it's not like the defending champions will keep having these uncharacteristic late-game meltdowns like this.
Number 1, Detroit Lions. Last time's ranking 3.
The Lions crushed the Joe Burrow-less Bengals for their 4th straight win as they retain first place in the NFC North. But the real work begins now after defeating another helpless opponent. The Lions visit the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Football this week, followed by a home tilt with the Bucs. Then after the Week 7 bye, they get the Vikings, Commanders, and Eagles. We're about to get a good idea of what Dan Campbell's group is really made of, folks. But hey, what changes would you make to our Week 6 power rankings? Let us know in the comments section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, then hey, clicking the like button helps us out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.